Hello YouTube, this is the lightswornjoker coming at you with a deck profile of Frog Monarch. I'm going to apologize to the Fortune Lady guy, because today I was planning on filming the video, but my camera's memory got full, so I'll have it up on Saturday probably when I go to the tournament of my locals. Alright, first up, Treeborn Frog. Frog Monarch really doesn't use frogs for anything besides the engine. It's basically a frog engine, so you just try and abuse them. You try and send them to the grave through the swap frog. When you swap frog summon, you drop Treeborn Frog, and you can return it to your hand too, which isn't too bad. I had some guy flaming me recently how I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about, but I asked the judge and a few others. Next up, 3 Substitoad. Just use its effect to get swap frog, which gets Treeborn Frog, which gets hand advantage, and you put the toad in. It's pretty good. I tech 2 Ronintoads here. The Ronintoads actually helps a lot when you're going for things like Lad or a good wall of defense. I think there was a game I played in an Inferni deck and he brought out like 3 Mistworms, so I brought out Ronintoad, Treeborn every turn for like 3 turns straight. It was funny. He couldn't get over it and I couldn't get over him for a while. Next up, my favorite of all time, the Monarch section, the Caius. This guy is a beast. I love him. He just rolls out. You go roll with the Caius. Come roll with the Caius. So my favorite Monarch, sorry. Next up, the triple Raiza. Spins things. You can always spin dead cards. It's always great spinning a dead card. I think I spun that one guy's Archfiend a bunch of times too. He should be misplayed though. He should use gun. 3 Mobius. If you don't want to run Mobius, I run it just because I can special swap Frog if I need to by pitching him. But if you don't want to run him, replace it with 3 Phalestos. I don't like hitting hands as much because my friend's been proxying up the Fabled. Freaking deck is amazing when I summon Phalestos against it. Alright, 2 Lads. I question fitting a 3rd one, because there's sometimes when I'm just mad that I can't get it, and there's some games where I'll open up with both and no Ronintoadin grave. Next up, the defensive side of the deck, Trag, just stable-ish. I use this to jack someone's Chaos Sorcerer by pitching a Monarch. It's pretty funny. Gorz, the win condition. I don't run any back row, I don't think. I think I run 1 trap, and you'll see what it is. Now, I'm going to get flamed for this. I run 2 Fader. Don't kill me, please. Every time I tried the 3rd one, I would just draw hands of 3 Fader and never get a Monarch, and I couldn't do anything with it. And there's so many X-Sabers at my locals now. They're just going Gothams first. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, okay. But if your area is filled with a bunch of Infernis, I'll show you what to replace. Because instead of the 3rd Fader, I ran a Cyber Dragon. I just want the aggressive part of the deck because half the time I'm not able to attack unless I have a Monarch and Chimera Tech. There's my locals is Machina Gadgets and X-Sabers now. It was nothing but Infinity, but it switched again. Next up, triple enemy controller because of the broken ruling and standby phase with Treeborn where you can tribute him. Just take their monster and you get your Treeborn so you can then Lad. Lad is amazing in this format. You summon Lad on anything, you basically win. Next up, 3 Soul Exchange. You don't really need... I question if you need 2, but sometimes that 3rd one does the job. It's not so bad to Soul Exchange a Stardust, by the way. Not at all. Brain, because I run like... I think I run 11 tributes. Yeah, I run 11. I run 3 Caius, 3 Raiza, 3 what's called Mobius, and 2 Lad, so not bad. 1 for 1. This is pretty broken in this deck. You just 1 for 1 Substitoad. Activate Substitoad for Swap Frog. Activate Swap Frog, send Treeborn, so... and then you just get Swap Frog back to your hand. So really, you're gaining quite the advantage, and you're putting your Treeborn in the grave. Like I said, this deck really isn't a Frog deck. Now for Spell and Trap Destruction, Staple Heavy, Trunade, I like it. Cold Wave, any deck that runs Frog Monarch should probably run this. It's just too good in it. And now I tech 2 Nobleman Of Extermination. Such a good tech. I really liked my Caius to just roll out their monsters, so the Nobleman Of Extermination. Plus, I think I always hit bottomless for some reason. I guess I'm a good sack. But if I did try and fit the 3rd Lad like I questioned, I'd take out one of these. So if you guys want to try the 3rd Lad, give me a heads up how it goes. And then a Tech of Treacherous, the only trap I said I ran. It's not bad unless your opponent has Starlight. In which case, if it looks obvious he has Starlight, just target your Treeborn and target his, and you should be good. Or your Ronintoad that he'll bring out. All right. Sorry about the Fortune Lady, man. I'll get it up Saturday. I swear. I put it off. I'm getting lazy. I know. I get a video like Thursdays, Saturdays, and Mondays. But thanks for watching. Post what you think, and if you do, like I said, run these over the Mobius if you don't want it. Have a nice time.